Good morning. I'm Stacy. This is Loving My Veteran. This is Walking in My Shoes this morning. Let me have some coffee and hopefully all this stuff will get caught up like it's supposed to be. Good morning, everyone. I'm Stacy. This is Loving My Veteran, and we are walking in my shoes this morning. So let me take a minute, grab some coffee, a couple sips of it so I wake up better and get everybody on board. And hopefully, I can see the comments today, which will make me happy. We just had an amazing day yesterday. And so I'm going to drink some coffee and get everybody on board, and then we'll get started here. Hopefully, I can see comments because it makes me happy when I can do that. Not sure yet. Give me one more second. So let me just kind of get us started here this morning. First of all, I cannot begin to thank this community enough, Kurt Power enough for what he did yesterday. For those of you who do not know, our own Nakia, her husband Richard is a Silver Star Vietnam veteran. And as we worked through our day yesterday, I had reached out to Kurt and asked him on his journey home back to Boston if he would stop by and see this Silver Star veteran. And it was very much out of his way. He was in Utah and drove to Wichita Falls, Texas to welcome Richard home. Richard had never had a homecoming before and was never accepted as a veteran because he was a Vietnam era veteran. And it is all over our Facebook page. We have posted, we have done whatever. But today is really about our mission statement and what do we as Loving My Veteran, and what should we as spouses and family and friends do? What is our mission when it comes to our veteran community? So these are really important things that we need to think about and we need to talk about. I just had the privilege this morning, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I listened to all of Behind the Surface podcast this morning, and it was with Mountain Man Brian from Mountain Man Medical, and it was priceless too. If you guys have not seen the story, it was priceless. And he talked about changing his identity when he was a medic in the military and had to go to the civilian world, and how he lost his identity. And I kind of feel like that's how I felt. So what I was not going to share with everybody is, because we are so busy, I found time, I tell y'all to make time for yourself, read a book, do whatever. I took Behind the Service podcast with me into the shower this morning, and I listened to Behind the Service podcast in the shower this morning. So it was phenomenal. Again, their messages are always so great and dead on, and it is about reaching that one. That's what our mission statement says. Our mission statement says that we are committed to loving and supporting our veterans and the veteran community. That includes their spouses and their family, and we are out there so that people don't feel alone. We are tired of them feeling like a number. They are a name and they do matter, and that is critical to what we do. That is critical to what Loving Veteran does. Somebody says, well, why are you different? We're different because lives matter to us. But you guys are different than a lot of these caregivers that we see that come to us and say, I need a quick fix. I need this done. I need that done. How do we get it done? How do we do whatever? My veteran needs to change this, and this, and what about me? And to watch you guys evolve and come to where everybody in this group is going means a lot, because one, your veteran matters to you, and that is critical. We change the world one person at a time. We change the world by who we reach out to one person at a time. And when my message may not resonate with you today, something I say may be something that you say to somebody else that it does resonate with them. And that is why it is so important that we get this mission together See, I still can't see all the comments. That we get this mission together and that we learn how to resonate with each other. And that we learn that our veterans' lives matter. So hang on one second. Let me see if I can get this to come up like a normal person here because I can't see it. Let me turn the volume off. So got all this done. I thought my stuff was, oh, there. I am seeing a little bit more. Okay. So that's where we go. That's what we do. One life at a time, it matters, and we're no longer a number. I am so sick and tired of people saying all veterans are this, all PTSD is this, my veteran has PTSD. Who is your veteran? My veteran's Carl. Okay? My veteran is Carl, and he is loving, and he is kind, and he is caring, and he loves me better than I have ever been loved before. And does he have his flaws? Yes, he does, but so do I. But my veteran is Carl, and Carl has a name. Carl matters to me. So it is important that we get past this mentality of this is my veteran with PTSD. Who is your veteran? Who is your veteran? What do they do? What do they do for you? Stop letting your veteran or any veteran be a number. It is the one thing that we fought to get rid of, that stigmatism as it goes through here, that we wanted to end that. We needed to end this stigmatism about just being a number. There are 22 veterans a day on average that commit suicide. 22 veterans a day on average that commit suicide. That's just a number. The reality is there's somebody's child. There's somebody's spouse. There's somebody's parent. There's somebody's cousin. There's somebody's everything. Oh, now I'm hoping I can see better to this. Hopefully I'm like in the real mode. So I'm going to do like this so I know where I'm at in my little thing. Yeah, I'm still way off. I'm behind us a little bit. So anyway, sorry if I'm not answering your comments. Oh, now I'm getting some of them. This is so weird to me. But your veteran has to become the love of your life. Your veteran has to be the one that matters. When that veteran matters to you, and we stop treating them like a number, and we start treating them like they are a name, you're going to get better results. That's the way it works. That is loving my veterans mission statement. The thing I think we need to change in it is that it is okay to love our veterans. It is okay for us to love my veteran. It is okay for me to love my veteran. Does he have PTSD? Yes. Does he make mistakes every day? Yes, so do I. This is where our mentality changes, and this is how we save one life at a time. By reaching out, by telling people their life matters. Their life matters. That's how it works. I still don't understand. I can't see all the comments. Sorry, y'all, if I'm not responding to you because I can't see them. But their life matters. And we have so many transitions that we go through in this world. We have so many transitions that we go through in this world. Nakia was telling me her story about going to a concert, and she begged, it was crowded and Richard left, but she begged God to allow her to hate Richard so she could leave, but she always never did because she still loved him first. And I think that is what is so critically important. That is what we do. We love our veteran first. Then when we learn to love our veteran, we can love the veteran community. Why are we so passionate about all the things that we're passionate about? Why is it so important to us to share the fact that 22 veterans a day are committing suicide, and here are alternatives? Here are alternatives to care. Here are alternatives to treatment. As a spouse, as a loved one, here are ways to get you to see things different, to help you navigate through the stuff that we're going through. Why? Because I not only love my veteran, I love everybody's veteran. Okay? So as much as Nakia allowed us to share Richard yesterday, but Richard is my veteran. Corey is my veteran. Jason is my veteran. Okay? Nick is my veteran. They are all my veteran. Veterans that serve this country are my veterans. And that becomes the mindset. When we get in that mindset that that is our mission statement, we have to have our own mission statements when it comes to this world. This is loving my veterans. But what is your mission statement with your veteran? Is it to love him or to bash him or her? What is your mission statement? Think about it. Write out your mission statement. What is your mission statement? Because let me tell you, you cannot cure them. So if your mission statement is to cure them, you're missing the boat. You can't cure them. But I will tell you this. After 52 years of not feeling like he was welcomed home, after 52 years of carrying the most horrible survivor's guilt I could ever imagine, some man who never met Richard, that I've never met, only through LinkedIn and Facebook, we sent a message to him. He is another Purple Heart veteran, walked in that house, and what he did, didn't just walk in carrying balloons and with a sign that said, "Welcome home, Richard." It allowed Richard to know, one, he mattered to somebody else besides his wife and his friends, and that he mattered to other veterans. And it allowed him to put part of his past behind him. That is what we do. That is what we do. Okay? And Nakia is right. When you set your boundaries and you keep them, you're setting your mission statement. Because let me tell you something. Let me just tell you this right here, right now. Carl is like, you know how that brother-sister relationship goes on. Now I don't have a brother or sister relationship. But you know how when you were kids and if you had a brother or a sister, you could talk shit about your brother or your sister all day, every day. But you let somebody else, you're going to beat their ass. So I may be able to say he's driving me crazy, or I may be able to say I love it when he sleeps and has his head on the pillow, and there's days that I want to put the pillow on his head too. But if the rest of you do that, I'm not going to be happy. If the rest of you talk that way about Carl, I'm not going to be happy. So that is what we do. You build this family, you build this community, you build this sense of acceptance. I watched an article, I actually posted it on the page. I watched an article where they are going to, the government wants to go back in and track military and veterans' social media. And if they say anything positive about this country as an active duty military, they're going to consider them extremists with extremist views. Now I'm a little lost here. These are the men and women who sign up now, because unlike Richard that was in the drafting era, these people sign up and they take an oath that they love and they will protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, right? They say that. And then you're going to sit there and say, well, if you post the Pledge of Allegiance, or you post the national anthem, or you post something positive about this country, or you post something negative about where you're seeing the country as a whole go, if you post that, we're going to label you an extremist and we're going to get... Are you kidding? So you got these few people who want to make this happen, but it's all of the rest of us that step up to the plate here and we say, hold on. Our veterans matter. Our active duty military matters. Our fallen soldiers matter. Our former military that has died and gone on, they matter. This country that these men and women fought for matters. It matters. And that's the way you honor them. Yeah, their command was always watching social media. Their command is watching. They are going to pay somebody to watch social media, and there's going to be keywords like God bless USA, pledge allegiance, love my country, United States of America. It's on the Fox News thing that I posted, and there's more than just that. You can go further and look and really research it. Those are going to become keywords that will define us as extremists. As extremists. I'm confused. I'm confused. I am so confused about how you're going to sit here and you're going to say to people that this is extreme. So somebody's got to speak up for our veterans and our community and our veteran community, and that is our mission. That is Loving My Veterans mission. But not only is that our mission as an organization, that should become our message and our mission as individuals. Who can speak better for your veteran than you? Who can speak better for your veteran than you? I'm not sure who was more excited yesterday. I'm not sure if Richard was so excited. By the way, he had to take a nap, and I thought that was priceless, so he would be fresh. I'm not sure who was more excited. Richard, that he was coming home to get welcomed home, or Nakia, who realized at that moment, because to her it's always been that her Richard's life matters, my Richard, right? My Richard matters. Even in the worst part in their relationship, my Richard mattered to her. Or her that finally got validation for him. That is truly amazing. And then you had this whole group of people, like we were on Richard Watch or something, and we all were laughing and said it felt like we were sitting in the delivery room, waiting room at a hospital, waiting to know what was going on. And we were so excited for them and for our community. And that is what we do. We are excited for our victories. I was so excited when I watched a couple that had been on Let's Talk 2 weeks ago from two separate homes be on Let's Talk last week from the same house. Okay, that to me was victory, victory, victory. That to me was, we are looking out for our entire community, and we embraced them and we lifted them up and we've reached out. When we walk into a place like Nine Line Apparel and you have the clerk and the manager say, we've had people come back in and say thank you for those cards that were there. I had a gun in my mouth when somebody reached out, when Carl reached out. They reached out to us and he answered them. That is loving and taking care of our veterans and our veteran community. That is what we do. So when we love our veteran, which we need to do, we need to love all of them. We need to be the voice for all of them. We have such a hard time being the voice in a positive manner. I was so proud of News Channel 6 in Wichita Falls, Texas, for going, and when you go on their page today, it is the top story that he gets welcomed home. That is so against the norm. Those people stepped out of the norm yesterday and made him top priority, made a veteran top priority. That is against the norm. That is totally against the norm. So this is where we're doing. This is our mission, y'all. This is what we do. Because let me tell you something. When you feel erased, think about this. These people feel erased. Our veterans feel erased. The Vietnam veterans, Nakia was telling the story yesterday, that when they arrived home, they didn't arrive home to fanfare and flags. They were taken under the shroud of darkness on a bus somewhere else to get out, because people were spitting on them and throwing pig's blood on them and calling them baby killers, because they were doing what they had to do. And they really thought, did my life really matter? And no, Richard may not have been able to save the other people on the quad, but when you read his Silver Star, he saved a ton of other people that day. And you know what he did that day? The other people he saved, their lives mattered. Not that his buddies didn't, but he knew he couldn't do anything at that point. But the ones he saved, he let somebody still have a child, a father, a brother, a spouse. He did that even after being shot himself. So when we think about what they went through, and we think about what they do, and we think about all that goes on, what did our veterans see that they're not sharing? What did our veterans do that they're not sharing? Yeah, they may have lost their buddy, but how many lives did they save? And when we honor that veteran, when we honor them, we are honoring them and the lives of all the other people they saved that are going home and having active, productive lives. That's what we do. That's our mission. We are that voice. So I was really proud. I have to give the shout out to Channel 6 for making it their top story on their page today, because they went against the norm. Nobody wants to see the good. Nobody wants to carry that with them, because here's a group of people who believe in this country, believe in this Constitution, and have sworn to defend it. And you never ask Boone Cutler, you never stop being a warfighter. That thought goes on with you forever, that are getting pushed under the carpet because nobody wants to hear what they have to say, because they're not caught up in the politics, they're caught up in the realities. So what's your mission? What's your mission for your veteran today? What are you going to do? What is your mission statement for your veteran today? What is? Yeah. And Melissa, you get us your daddy's address. I promise you, he will be flooded with cards welcoming him home and telling him how much we love him. Because, you look at what you deal with. You have a spouse, you have a dad, and you've seen the pain firsthand in multiple generations. So your veteran isn't just Nick. Your veteran is your dad as well. But your dad, who's having a hard time, who remembers being called a murderer and spat on, you know what? You share his stuff with us. He now becomes our veteran too. That's how this works. This is what we do. This is our mission. You're going to love him through the day, and it's one of the biggest days of the year. That's right. We're going to love him through the day. And Sonny, we look at you as the other, as the partner of. But what we fail to say to Sonny is, Sonny, thank you for your service, because you're a veteran as well. Thank you, Sonny, for what you gave up. Thank you for dealing with what you deal with and still love your veterans. We forget that when we watch Sonny post. So there's two things that we have on our website. Two things. We have the Loving My Veteran Pledge, and my challenge to you, it's on our Facebook page, my challenge to you is to record yourself giving your Loving My Veteran Pledge, recording it, posting it, not just to the group, please, to the Facebook page and to your personal page, and hashtag Loving My Veteran Pledge. We need to let the world know that it's okay to love our veterans. For the veterans who are out there, and you that have veterans who are there, on the veteran side, on VetConnect side, there is the Spartan Pledge. This pledge was written by Boone Cutler, and it is about not taking your own life. And I ask again that you encourage your veteran to take that Spartan Pledge. Those are two things. Oaths and pledges and honors are big deals for veterans, and we need to make it ours. That's what we need to do. Girls, we have a new project. I think we need to set up a base where we can put the Vietnam veterans' names and addresses out and post it and keep it an ongoing list where we can get people to send cards, because literally there were probably hundreds of people that wanted to send cards and send thank you to Richard. So if we start doing that, that is a new way to take care of our veterans, because we love them all. And that is important. And when we think about Vietnam era veterans, do you realize it was because of the Vietnam era veteran? I'm so sorry. I look at this. There was a divide. Haley, same thing. We will send these cards. We mean this, in all honesty. We mean this. But let me tell you something. The Vietnam era veterans did so much for our veterans today. They were the ones who laid the groundwork. So we really need to honor them. And it is important that we do. My grandfather was a World War II veteran, so I'm not talking about one over the other. But of the living veterans that we have, those Vietnam era veterans never got welcomed home. World War II was a real war in the minds of so many people. Vietnam wasn't. So that needs to be on our project. All right, I'm going to kind of wrap things up today, because I was on my own personal little soapbox about the importance of loving my veteran and loving our veteran community and loving our spouse community. New website is almost done. I was waiting on the news and Kurt to get there to be able to put them into the website. So the new website is almost done. You can still, if you are not a subscriber, please go to our website now and subscribe to the newsletter. That will be coming out this afternoon. We have all of that ready. My goal is to do it every 2 weeks, because I'm not putting out the 1 week thing. If we get one every week, we'll be good. But if we get it every other, there we are. Don't forget that tonight Stephanie comes on and does our Wellness Wednesday. It's about 6:30-ish, depending on her schedule with the kids and soccer. But there is always something very, very, very positive to learn from Stephanie. We have a big announcement that I'll kind of just give you a little thing. All the details will be following probably Monday. We will now be offering life coaching to people who need life coaching and how to navigate through this, some one-on-one life coaching that will be done by a staff of people that we have here that will be able to life coach. See what else do we have going on that is amazing. Today, the link is already on the page. Please join us and support Behind the Service podcast, as we're going to have some coffee, conversation, and collaboration. If you have not gone and listened to today's podcast, it was amazing for me. They have tons of them. Like and subscribe to their channels. I know Carl didn't walk by today. He done fed the chickens already, so he's good. I didn't put pillows over his head, Sue, I promise. So please do that. If you are in this group and you have not liked our Facebook page, please do that as well. Um, and if y'all could start writing reviews on the videos on the Facebook page and on YouTube. Those are really big things that we need. If we have helped you in any way, good, bad, or indifferent, please post that so we have that as a guideline about where to go. Again, I cannot begin to thank this amazing advisory council that we have that has come together and really helped us move forward and where we're going. Tomorrow night we have Let's Talk. It is our Zoom meeting. The logos have kind of changed some, but it is still the same Zoom link that it's always been. So please join us for Let's Talk. We're using that new format, which last week went over well, and I promise I won't answer every question like I did last week for those of you who said, oh. I won't do it this time, but it was moderated and we got so much done that way. A lot more openness going on. Like and subscribe to our YouTube. I'm trying to read all this stuff. So just make sure that y'all do all these amazing things. You are an amazing community. We love you. If any of our videos speak out to you, please go find them on our YouTube channel and share that particular video on your personal page to other groups you're in. Get the word out. The more people we have in the community, the stronger we are and the more we can love our veterans as a whole. So please do that as well. I'm going to pop off of here, refill my coffee, and get ready to sit down for about an hour with our dear friends at Behind the Service Podcast. The link is already posted. Please join us. Have a blessed day and continue to love our veterans. Bye.